Well, that makes a good picture of the fire,
Yeah, it does.
don't it?
Yeah, I like that thing.
I don't know where James got it the other day. He come in with that and another lamp.
There's no telling.
But he taken that lamp that was in that room back there where you was sleeping and put it in that bathroom up here and put a heater in there. And it stays warm in there. So I go in there and I strip off and bathe, and I just can't reach all my back. But I could reach most of it.
How'd you know you loved Granddaddy?
How did I know that I love Granddad? Well, I just knew I did.
Well, how'd you know?
Well, you know, if you love somebody.
Well, why do you love him?
Well, I just did. Don't ask me why.
How long were y'all married?
38, almost 37 years when he passed away. He passed away the 28th of April, and we got married the 12th of October.
How long did y'all know each other?
2 months.
That's so soon.
We knew one another for 2 months. And we made a go of it. So you can do it.
What do you think kept your marriage together that long?
Well, if you love somebody, you're going to stick to them. And I loved him and he loved me. We very seldom ever had a crossword.
How come? Is that just because of good communication?
Well, we just talked it out. And if we wanted to, he told me if I ever saw anything I wanted to go get it, if I had to charge it. We'll pay for it. And I had one yellow dress that I bought that he hated that color, that yellow dress. And he taken it one time and he tore it up.
What?
Yeah, he tore that dress completely up because he did not like it.
What'd you say when you found out?
Well, I didn't say anything. It was...
Were you mad?
Well, it kind of ticked me off because he tore it up, you know, because there was no point in that. But then it was something he just did not like, and he didn't like for me to wear it. So he tore it up to keep me from wearing it.
So it was just the color he didn't like?
He didn't like that yellow. But it was a bright yellow. I don't remember exactly how it was made, but he just did not like it. I don't want to see you wearing that. I don't like it. So he tore it up. But that was all right. He bought me another one.
Another yellow one?
No, I didn't buy another yellow one. But you know, I never wore pants back then. But I got the first pair of pants I ever bought. I said, well, I won't wear dresses no more. Not very
Why?
Because I like to wear pants. They're warmer in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather have pants on anytime because you don't have to be careful whenever you sit down. You know, I hate to see a woman sit down with a short dress on and you can see and sometimes they don't pay attention to how they dress, how they sitting, and you can see up.
Oh dear.
And I think it just don't look nice for them to sit like that. Because the guys are staring. But you can't blame them for staring whenever they sit like that. Can you?
No. No, you can't really blame them, but they shouldn't treat women like an object just because they see them like that, though. They should still treat them with respect, I think.
You know, something else that bugs me is when a man talks ugly.
What do you mean by that?
When they get to using the foul language around me. I told you about coming out of this restaurant in Texas one time when me and Phyllis and Mary Ann was going to California in that Volkswagen.
Yeah.
And this man came out and he said, I feel sorry for you two, talking about Phyllis and Mary Ann, because they were in the front seat of that little Volkswagen and it was piled full of Mary Ann's things, and then we had a luggage carrier on the top of it.
Oh my gosh.
The trunk was full of her things. The back seat side of me was full. And this man kept talking and he started using foul language. I walked off from him and I walked back. I said, Mister, I don't know you and you don't know me, but I don't appreciate your language. I said, you can keep that to yourself.
What'd he say?
Well, y'all taught me that. I said, I didn't teach you anything. If I had, I'd have taught you not to talk the language you was using. It was this F word and, I don't know what all. But I didn't like it. So I told him. And I told Dennis next door to me that two little girls that I kept, their dad, after him and his wife separated, he was out there talking ugly one day, and by the fence, me and Harold and Edie was out there. And I called his hand then. Harold didn't say nothing to him about it, but I did. It was a motherfucker this and motherfucker that and all. And I called his hand on it. Dennis, that language, you can keep it to yourself. I don't like to hear it. And I don't want to hear it.
What do you think is the most important thing for, like, the girls coming up today to do to evaluate a guy they should date?
Well, you know, so many of even Phyllis says, it's all shit this and shit that. And Larry will get frustrated about something. He said, oh shit. I said, I wouldn't want that in my mouth. So I get on to them because, you know, they could be out amongst other people, Elaine, and they get so used to saying that word, they'll let it slip out and it'll embarrass them. And I'd rather not hear them, you know, talk ugly like that.
Did you hear what I asked you?
What?
What do you think the most important thing is for young girls to use to evaluate somebody they should date?
Well, just make them have respect for you.
What do you mean?
Well, All these guys will try to get your drawers. They'll try you. But you can tell them off right quick. Keep your hands to yourself.
Is that what you did with Granddad?
You're mighty right I did. I didn't. They'll start feeling of your legs, and then they'll want to go a little higher. You have to nip it in the bud before it starts.
Well, what do you say?
Keep your hands to yourself. I'm not that type. You keep your hands to yourself. It's all right to hold hands, but don't ever let them start feeling of your legs.
Did you kiss Granddad before you married him?
Yeah. Sure did.
That's all right.
Because I loved him. But that's as far as it went.
When did you find out you loved him?
I don't know. I didn't go with him but just a few times, and he asked me to marry him. And this friend of ours, he and his wife went with me and Alton to the courthouse in Alamo, and we got married there at the courthouse.
In Alamo?
Mm-hmm.
Texas?
Alamo, Georgia. Up from McRae. Alamo and then McRae. But the Alamo was the county seat for Wheeler County. So that's where we got married, October the 12th, 1940. Long time ago, honey.
Did you think he was your best friend?
Did I what?
Did you think he was your best friend?
Yeah. But we really enjoyed each other's company. And Wilmer Nimmer, Alton's oldest brother, and his wife, Wilmer was married. He married not too long before me and Alton did. But Wilmer and Alton used to make music for dances. And I didn't dance.
Why not?
I don't know how to dance. I can do a little bit of the two-step, but that's all. I was too... Elaine, when we grew up in the country, honey, you didn't go nowhere.
Were you afraid to dance?
I never tried it. I never tried to learn dancing. We didn't go nowhere when I was growing up. We went to school and back home to the farm. That's the only place we went.
So, Granddad did music for the dances?
My daddy didn't. Oh, Lord, my daddy was a devil. My dad run around on my mother, and my mother had 9 kids for him. He got to running around right after me and Alton married. I asked him to buy me a pair of hose before me and Alton got married, and if he did, you did. So, Dad was a devil. Him and Mama separated right after me and Alton married. Lee, my oldest brother, he was married. And Mama, she had the 7 kids. Brooks, my brother next to, He was next to Merle, my sister. I had a sister next to me, and then Brooks. They was Lee, me, Brooks, Evelyn, Butler, Archie, Russell, and John.
That's a lot of kids.
9 of us. And 4 girls and 5 boys.
Well, what do you think? Why do you think men cheat or women cheat? Why do you think they do that?
Because they ain't got no damn sense. I always told Alton, I said, if you ever find somebody that you want worse than you do me, you better get them and get the hell gone. Because if you ever come back around me, I will kill you.
Give me
I will shoot you.
Yeah.
I meant that. I said, my dad run around on my mother and my grandmother. My daddy was stabbed in the back one time.
What? Really?
Absolutely. Somebody stabbed him with a knife. They stabbed him this way, and then they pulled it down.
Woo!
But he had a gash where that knife went in, and then he come down. But it was about 1 inch long or more.
Well, why'd they do it?
I guess because they were mad at him for running. I don't know who it was or what. But my grandmother came out, and my dad had passed out on the front porch, and he was laying there asleep. Of course, I think the doctor had gave him morphine and all and put him out. And my grandmother says, Bernie's going to keep on running around till he gets killed. My grandmother said that, Daddy's mother. It made her so mad, but wasn't nothing you could do about it. What you want? I'm not going to rub your head. Is that what you want? It's what you want, pet me. I want you to pet me. Yes, I do. We got to put some more wood on the fire, Bear.
All right, I'll get it.
Got to keep it going.